Oh, music's still going. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob, and we're doing something a little different today. No, we're not live streaming board game playthroughs solo. No co-op. No Mel. We're not posting a video building some kind of e-Raptor insert or storage solution. We're gonna live stream it. So we're gonna be building some card storage solutions today from e-Raptor. If I build it wrong, depending on the instructions, we may wind up with like a coffee table or something. But we'll try to follow them as carefully as possible live. I can't just fix it like I do in the other e-Raptor videos I post where I kind of edit. Maybe I fumble a little bit. I'll cut that out if I'm looking through something, you know, or take a break in the middle of assembling. We're going to do it all live here. We're going to see how long this takes to put together. We're going to go over the details about these boxes. I have these two right here, but they do have different art wraps to them. There's different versions. There's even a plain one. I believe that's just straight wood if you want to like paint or put your own, you know, stickers, or what do you call that when you print? Like you print like, oh, what's that called? I forget. Anyway, someone in the chat will know. But hello, everyone joining live. Thank you for joining me live. We're going to be just casually building these storage solutions today. Full disclosure, thanks to the folks over at e-Raptor for sending this over. I did not purchase these. The folks at e-Raptor let me know they had these coming. They offered to send me some. I picked a couple, but I'm not being paid for this live stream. I'm not being paid for this video by e-Raptor or anything like that, or told to say anything specific. Everything I'm going to say are my own thoughts. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to talk a little bit about the storage solution I already have from e-Raptor, which I put together in a video. It was like a large black box. They have different versions of that too. We'll talk about those two different options from e-Raptor, how they're different. I'll let you know how it's been over the last few months using the previous one. We'll compare it to these new ones, and then we'll put some cards in it. You guys can ask questions. It'll be a Q&A kind of. Feel free to chat about these, ask about these. No, don't ask me if I own specific game and if I'll be playing Candyland Legacy anytime soon. No, this is a live stream focused on these e-Raptor storage solutions. I figured I'd try it live instead of just taking the day today and putting these together and editing a video and that. I have another insert actually, the Lost Ruins of Arnak. I put that one together yesterday. A video will be going up on Monday of that one. That one's really interesting. So stay tuned to the channel, check that out. But anyways, a skin. Yeah, Yogi, I don't know if it's a skin. I remember I had a friend that had one of those machines that would print like it's on like kind of like a plastic, they use them on signs, like the letters on signs and stuff. It prints like that plastic film that you can like peel off and like stick to things. I don't know what that's called and what that printer is called, but I've seen it and used it in real life. I just don't remember the name of it, but we used to print like graphics on it. Yeah, it's like a wrap or something. I don't know. But these are called UV printing, is the vinyl stickers. Yes, it's just like a vinyl printer. I don't know. Thank you, Soul Dagger. Thank you. I knew somebody would say the word. I can't remember exactly the style. Yeah, screen printing maybe. Maybe screen printing, but it's like vinyl printing. I don't know. But anyways, you could use one of those if you know what you're doing and put your own art on them too. But these come UV printed, is what they're called. I don't know what that means. I don't know anything really about it. I just know I have some inserts with UV printing on some box inserts. Tainted Grail one I have from e-Raptor, and yeah, it's on there. There's no issues. It doesn't look like it's going to come off or anything like that. So I'm sure it's part of the manufacturing process. But these are the same kind of technology that are on these. So yeah. Yeah, Spencer, come back later. Wrong stream. You guys are funny. Yeah, so we'll just hang out. We'll put these together, similar to how we did the. I'm picturing like this is gonna go probably like the Too Many Bones Trove chest, the giant storage solution for Too Many Bones from Chip Theory Games, a big wooden box. This is gonna be like that kind of stream. It's gonna be a little casual. We're gonna talk about these products. We're gonna put them together. You guys can ask questions. We'll try different, you know, measure them, try to put things in them, see how it works. I don't know. We'll just go with the flow and see what happens. But anyways. Yeah, just figured it's to be more interesting so you guys can ask questions. When I post like videos of these, some people ask questions in the comments, but you know, doing it live, I have fun when somebody asks a question like on the fly about a rule or something in a board game playthrough, it's cool that we can like interact and look it up right away and figure it out. I figure we could do that here and try to figure out like what can go in these boxes. Can it hold the whole set of such and such game or not? Like let's find out, right? All right, let's get down to the table here. So here's what I got. I have the Hellgate card storage case, and I also have the card storage case Old God, or I saw it on the website, I think it's called Cthulhu also, or maybe it's now called Cthulhu, or they changed it to Old God, I don't know. But Cthulhu is on the box, as you probably saw in that image. And if you notice, it is true Cthulhu. They were worried about him escaping, so they actually, on this one, they put tape around the outside to try to make sure Cthulhu stayed within the box and didn't escape during shipping. So that was pretty cool. So I guess the Hellgate one didn't need that extra protection, but you know, when you're messing around with the old gods, you can't be too safe, right? But these are the two I just picked. Let's actually go to the website. I want to show you guys the different ones and like what I was looking at when I was choosing which ones I wanted and why, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So on e-Raptor's website, here's the oh yeah, see, it says Cthulhu. So this is the Cthulhu one. So if you want to look at these, there's a link down in the video description of the live stream right now. You can go down there, open it up if you're not sure where to go and find more information about these. They're from e-Raptor. e-Raptor is a company in Poland, I believe, is the .pl. I believe that's what that stands for. They're Polish. But there are retailers that sell e-Raptor products in North America, in Europe. I've seen them on websites from board game stores I order from. And you might be able to save on shipping and stuff instead of ordering it right from Poland, which is right here. Partners, if you scroll down the bottom, on the right side, you can see partners retailers. I know I'll get asked, I'll go over this again. People always ask this in my other e-Raptor videos. I checked the shipping on the website. The sale is cool, but the shipping is horrible, or it's far from where I am, so the shipping is expensive. They do sell from these retailers, so you can go to one of these retailers and ask for them to order you something from e-Raptor also. Maybe on the next shipment they do of e-Raptor, and you probably can save on shipping. You can bundle things together with larger orders. That's the smart consumer way I would do it. So yeah, so Noble Knight Games in the US sells it. I don't know where the Canadian one is. I scrolled right by it, didn't I? Where's the Canadian one? Pretty sure Board Game Bliss in Canada sells them, but again, I don't know, this has changed. I don't know. Okay, maybe this is not fully accurate. Or should I be going to, I know there is another, The Fun of Live. There's e-Raptor.net. I don't know if that's a different thing. No, that's like I don't think that's the website you're supposed to use. Yeah, I just think it says e-Raptor.pl. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, just check with your local retailer. Maybe they have an account with these guys and can get you whatever. But we're looking at storage boxes. And boxes for TCGs, CCGs is what I was going to. The card storage cases, which is what these are, that link wasn't working this morning. I don't know why. I emailed them about it, but hopefully they fix that. But anyways, if you go to boxes for TCGs, CCGs, you'll find the ones I have here. Here's the plain one. And we can change the currency. We can do that. There we go. So yeah, plain one's like 30, 38, 39 US dollars. At the time of this, they're on sale, it looks like. I don't know if it's like a real sale or one of those fake sales where they're like, you know, always discounted. They put like a fake higher price. I don't know. But anyways, there you go. And these are different than the one I made a video of before. I have this one. They have these ones called big storage boxes. These hold more cards. I believe these hold like 4 times the amount of cards, the one that I am using already. And I did a video of this one. But now they have these smaller ones that are stackable. And they hold less cards, but I mean, you know, that might be fine. And my theory behind these, the reason why I was thinking like of, I can use these for sure. I saw the Cthulhu one and I thought, all right, Arkham Horror, I have a collection. I'll show you the collection that I'm working with right now. I'm playing a progression series on the channel. So I wanted something for Arkham Horror because I'm using half of my previous storage solution for Arkham Horror, the other half for Marvel Champions. both those games are still growing. They're still getting content released monthly or quarterly, that kind of stuff, and they're growing. So I believe for Arkham Horror, I saw Yogi in the chat making a joke. If this is for Arkham Horror, I'm gonna need like 5 of these boxes. That's maybe true, but I don't think that's the way I would store Arkham Horror. I probably would store maybe player cards in here. Maybe the current cycle I'm playing if that fits. But that's about it. Then I would use the Return 2 boxes to store each campaign I'm not playing and the Return 2 stuff, that kind of thing. I throw the weaknesses in here, the basic weaknesses. I don't know. I don't know how big the player card pool is at this point, if it would fit here. If somebody knows in the chat how many player cards exist in the game off the top of your head. 1, you're crazy, or 2, you're really good at Googling. I tried to find that information. I couldn't really find it, but Kalax friendly? I can find out. Spencer, I can find out. The other one I have, I don't think so. The big boxes I don't think are friendly. I've never tried because I only put board games on those shelves. I put this just on like a different kind of shelf unit. I just put it like on top. But these smaller ones I would assume so, because if it's smaller than this, but I haven't put it together, so we'll find out. But I can try for you. Or you'll just know the measurements and you can check a Kalax, the measurements internally of a cube. That might get you the answer. So if we're looking at this one, it says e-Raptor card storage case, a new solution for your cards. So supposedly you can store up to 1,400 sleeved cards. And that's the thing, I don't store my whole Arkham Horror collection sleeved. I'm playing it on camera right now with the studio lights on live streams. I don't sleeve all the enemy cards and stuff. Otherwise, it's like a glare nightmare on camera. I prefer not to do it. I just sleeve the player cards I'm handling and shuffling constantly. It's made from 6mm MDF wood, so medium density fiber. So it's the best quality for your cards. And it comes with 15 plexiglass dividers that you can arrange by your needs. Moreover, you can stack the cases on top of each other. So, where is that? There is a picture of that. Right here. So, supposedly we can try this, because I have 2 of them. We'll put both together and we'll see if we can put this on top of each other. And how, if it locks together, if it just like, sits on top and it's a little sloppy, we'll find out. But, alright. Let me see what the chat's saying here. These are funny. All right. Oh, I see. Spencer says, I missed the beginning. What are you storing in this? So the Cthulhu one, I'm probably going to store Arkham Horror player cards and probably the current stuff we're playing through on the channel for now. The rest is still in the rest of my Arkham collection. We have almost a complete Arkham collection. We're just missing a couple products, but I'll probably store the stuff we're not using in a different box or something else. Just the stuff we're actively working on to kind of keep the card pool small as we play through progression series on the channel. I want to keep it, so we can rip it open on a Sunday morning and I'm not sorting through like the entire collection trying to find an enemy set or something. So that's just the way I'm thinking of doing it for now. Again, I don't know. I gotta see how this works. The other one I got to store Marvel Champions maybe, or Aeon's End. I have to check how many Aeon's End cards I have, how many I need. But remember, I have the big black box, so I can also use that with Aeon's End or Marvel Champions in there. I don't know. I'm going to try to store those 3 games across these 3 products and see how it goes, hopefully. But again, I don't know the card counts. I don't know what's sleeved and what's not, because these tell you they hold 1,400 sleeved cards. But when you're not sleeving them, it holds a lot more than that. So I just have to kind of like get the games out and then try to jam all the cards in, see how it goes. Just a little project. But that's my theory. That's my theory. But it's up to you, whatever you want to store in them. They show the card count here. So if you're sleeving your whole collection, there's your answer. 1,400 sleeve cards in here. And then, but if that's not enough for you, you got to pay, like double. But they do have the big box ones. Like these ones here. This is the one I have, the black one. I just want a plain one because I was going to use this as my active box where I keep the cards I'm playing with, so I have half of it from Marvel Champions, but it stores like 5,000 sleeve cards or something crazy. Oh, it doesn't say sleeved, it just says 5,000. So maybe it's not 5,000 sleeved cards. I don't know. I don't know. Just says stores 5,000 cards. But like half my collection sleeved, other half's not kind of idea. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see what else the chat is saying. Oh, Dan's making a joke. Let's rename today for clarity. Rob plays with glue. These don't need glue. So these aren't like inserts I've seen people recommend to me before that use foam and stuff that you need to like glue all the pieces together. When I saw that the inserts use glue, I kind of was like, I don't want to spend a project building an insert. So I stayed away from board game inserts. I just use like plano boxes, Ziploc bags, deck boxes, that kind of thing. Sometimes I use the insert that comes with the game and kind of like use some tape or something to kind of make a storage solution for some games. Accordion folders to store tiles, binders for cards sometimes. I do like all kind of little knick-knack storage solutions different for every game. Sometimes little containers from the dollar store, the craft store that all attach together, things like that. Just depending on what the game is and how I want it set up on the table. Sometimes I try to find a container solution that's super easy to just like set up a game and put on the board. And that's what these inserts are trying to do. But some of these inserts, like you need glue, you need time, they're like a craft project. These are similar, they're a craft project to put together, but they just snap together and they're all wood. So you just like lock them together, they're solid. I don't know, you can't really mess them up. It's neat. So these are no glue. That's like their big selling point. All the stuff from e-Raptor, I'm pretty sure all of it doesn't use glue. It uses wood and plexiglass usually, and that's about it. And some of the things have art on it, some of the things don't. But you can go browse around their website, links in the video description if you want to see what they offer and see how it's different. But I also have videos on the channel. There's a playlist link down in the video description where I just show different inserts from e-Raptor that I've opened and gone through. And you can see, I speed it up, but you can see the assembly process. You can find more information about some of those games. And most of their inserts are kind of the same. So they're built the same way. So if you look at go watch like my insert review for like Nemesis, you'll kind of get an idea how it might work for a game full of miniatures if you look at their catalog of inserts and you're curious. Okay, it says I'm just thinking if this or a big one would work for my AGOT first edition. Then a go would be pretty heavy, pretty fast. Yeah, my AGOT first edition, I have like 2 first edition collections. And it is like, I have them in I think 3 like giant, those white boxes, Kate, and they are freaking heavy. Like the shelf that they're on in a closet I have, is like, bowing. It's like bending, where they've been sitting forever. Yeah, so the AGOT first edition collection is heavy, and that's just cardboard it's being held in. If you were holding it in wood, oh man. Yeah, they get heavy. The card box I hold my current stuff in, the previous e-Raptor box, it does have some weight to it, especially when you start putting more and more cards in it and then sleeved. I'm sure it can get pretty heavy real fast. I'm not sure how much you want to be moving that box around and making it portable. So you probably want to keep it nearby the table you're going to be, using it on. These ones hopefully are lighter, smaller, they're more manageable, but we'll see. What? It's Josh saying, no, Rob has been trying to get rid of me for a while. No idea why. What? Don't know what counts as pro. Okay. Yeah, Dan, this is the same company that uses the Mage Knight insert that I had. They make that same, they're the ones that make that insert that I used in those playthroughs and have a video for. Yeah, the no glue, all wood. It's like MDF or HDF wood. It's not like that super light wood. Some of their card holders are made of that light wood. But the inserts aren't usually. That's like that brittle, that like light, thin wood that like weighs like nothing I've seen before. This is not that. It's like a little more solid. All right. Okay, let's get to the table. Okay, let's, I don't know. Is there a specific one I should put together first? Is there anyone that just wants to see one of these the art and put together which one. If you let me know in the chat which one I should go with first, I'll just go with the majority. I don't know how long these are going to take to put together. I'm assuming 20 minutes-ish each. But obviously we're going to be chatting, kind of having fun while we do it. But you'll get an idea. You'll get an idea of how long they take just by watching. Mix the two? So, yeah, that's dangerous. Yeah, put the fire on the side of the Cthulhu one. That would actually be pretty cool. But then I don't know about the dragon, like, on top. Or, like, half a dragon door and then put the other half the Cthulhu door. So either dragon, fire, hell gate, whatever you want to call this one, or Cthulhu, old god. Hopefully we're not missing any pieces. Like, I didn't open these yet, so hopefully the instructions are here. Hopefully all the pieces are here. Otherwise, it's, you know, not going to be that great of a live stream. And won't look that good on e-Raptor for sure. All right, looks like we're going with the Hellgate. All right, we're going with Hellgate first. We'll do the Cthulhu one after. All right. So they usually come wrapped in a bag, bubble wrap, that kind of stuff inside. They're packed pretty tight. So what I find with these, when I get stuff from e-Raptor, if it's a few things packed higher, sometimes you'll see it'll squish the cardboard a little bit. But I mean, if the cardboard gets, you know, torn or bent, I'm not too worried because inside's like solid wood, you know, and it's protected. So I'm not worried whenever like one insert kind of crushes the box of another one. Like that's what I think happened with that other insert, but they had to tape it up. Did I bring that? So you gotta be careful using a knife of any kind. You don't want to like scratch the wood. So I'm gonna just kind of just tear away at it, as I don't, you know, like a big gouge in the side of the insert or the storage solution is not a fun thing. So I don't want to deal with that. Well, of course I shouldn't play with knives. I cut myself every time. Did I seriously? Alright, I did scratch, but I think we should be okay. If you guys see blood squirting everywhere, just let me know. Oh, so just gotta go. Good luck on a bill and work. Oh, that's too bad. It's all good. I appreciate it. I know this is not the normal board game playthrough, so I understand if nobody wants to hang out live, but feel free to chat about whatever in the chat, and we'll just, you know, try to have some fun when we build some storage cases here. So same as the last insert I did a Lost Ruins Arnak insert yesterday. Again, I'll post that on the channel on Monday. But it's numbers from first to last. So you build it in like a numerical order. And it looks like it's saran wrap or cling wrap or whatever you want to call it is like wrapped on top of it. So even though it's got the bubble wrap, it has like cling wrap, saran wrap kind of thing holding the rest of it together. So it doesn't move around and scratch itself during shipping. That's kind of cool. That's our instructions. So you see on the instructions, it's just things are numbered. It's like a one-pager. So I would assume we start at the bottom and put the base. I'm assuming that's a wooden base. Then we put, number 2 is throw in all the plexiglass row dividers. You know, and then put on number 3, the lid, as you're kind of putting the sides for number 4 together. And then it looks like 5 is put on the back. And also throw, oh, no, those are dividers. So the last 2 dividers, because you need these dividers to kind of hold the, or you need these like row dividers to hold the like column dividers, if I'm saying that right. And then you put on the wood on the outside. Interesting. Okay, we'll see if we can do this without messing it up. Oh, yeah, I forgot. So plexiglass, this is annoying. This definitely adds to the time. Usually in videos, you don't really see this. You see it sped up. But they ship all the plexiglass stuff with film on both sides. And this is kind of common, I found, whenever I've ordered anything that's kind of like tokens that are acrylic and stuff. And it's just part of the manufacturing process. And they leave that on, and it's good because then it doesn't get scratched. And then you can just peel it off yourself, and it's nice and shiny. But don't forget, if you get any of these things, I learned, peel off both sides. On the other side, there's a clear version, and it kind of looks like, you know, like scratched and stuff. And I thought one time, I thought my acrylic stuff came all scratched, but it was really just the plastic on the outside. Once you peel it off, it's like, you know, it's nice and clear. It's great. But I don't have nails because I bite mine, so it's sometimes hard to get all this stuff off. So yeah, we're going to be sitting here while I peel off acrylic off the dividers. I don't have to do them all right now, though. But I mean, just keep in mind that's part of the time of putting these things together. Yeah, see, I can't like, oh, there we go. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, my wife's offering to come down. She's working upstairs. She says she can come down and peel them off for me. No, it's okay, Mel. It's good that we're doing this live. You can kind of see like what's involved in putting one of these together. Well, we also might need tools. So there's some screws to hold this thing together. A little Allen key in there. Oh, that smell of wood though. There's like a smell to this, and I was asked this before, if there's kind of like a soot on the side of the wood where they cut, and because there's some other manufacturer that builds inserts or something. I think it was Dragon Shadow was asking one of our producers that he built an insert, maybe it was him, and he got, his hands were all covered in black at the end of it. This e-Raptor stuff's not like that. There's no, like you guys are seeing it raw, there's no, nothing comes off on the side that, you know, where they did the cutting, where it's kind of like burnt, you know. But that smell, oh, it smells like campfire. Like, I don't know how to say it. I freaking love the smell of e-Raptor products when I open them. It's just like a waft of like, kind of like burning wood. Oh, it's so nice. But anyways, I don't say that in my videos for e-Raptor stuff ever, but man, I love it. And your hands will kind of smell like it after too, before you wash them. Jerry says he bites his, same problem. Yeah, I know. I use the nubs of my fingers now to try to peel off these stickers. They come off pretty easy. But with the last card box I made from e-Raptor, I had to give my daughter like the stack, and she has nice nails, and she was able to do it. Yeah, it's like smoked wood. Exactly, Steph. Yeah, exactly what it smells like. Smoked wood. Steph, do you have one of these? Oh, you were thinking about these boxes. Do you have inserts from e-Raptor? I saw you talking earlier about them, or about e-Raptor. Dan in the chat says, I have a work-life balance. I'm working and hanging out with Rob while he does arts and crafts. Basically what we're doing here. Oh, you do have a big box and an insert. Okay, cool. What game are you storing in your big box? And which inserts? Which board game inserts do you have? And what are your opinions? I want to hear. You say you love them. Is there any negatives to them that you found? I saw some people kind of complain that the e-Raptor stuff, since it's like solid wood, not solid wood, it's like particle board kind of. It's like that MDF stuff. Some of the bigger games, it definitely makes the game way more. Oh, it's going to be for Aeon Zen. That's cool. That's what I think I'm going to use my big box for, if I can get everything out of it and into these two boxes. That's the plan. But if these fit in a Kallax shelf, oh, uh-oh. Oh, not good. Look. Oh, we have a broken part, actually. I just noticed. Aw. That sucks. Yeah, so I'll have to get e-Raptor to send like to send a replacement for the side that's broken. Oh, right here. I see. Yeah, this part must have snapped off. Yeah, and that holds the lid on, so we're not going to be able to fully put the both lids on, I don't think. Maybe just one. But I'll have to get a part to replace this. So the cool part is with the e-Raptor stuff, usually you can put it together and like dismantle it. Gorilla Glue, you think, Brian? I don't know the part that holds the lid on, if that will be strong enough. I'll try it for now. I have some Gorilla Glue. We can try it. But again, if you paid for this, you paid for the shipping and everything, like, you would want that replaced, so. The explosion was too much. Yeah. That's too bad. Again, the fun of live, right? If I was doing this as a video, I would have saw that and just emailed them and said, you know, can you send me a replacement before I make a video? There's the risk of doing it live is that you see that, but, you know, it's... Everyone's got something incorrect on an order before something broken. We'll see it. We'll see their customer service. You know how to fix that, or if any of them are watching right now. If you can ship that in the next hour, we can fix that. Oh, you have an LCG. Oh, I saw those LCG inserts, Steph. Those are cool. Oh, and a Cthulhu Death May Die. Yeah, I have one of that. I have that one too. That's a cool one. I like in the Cthulhu one the way they have the like acrylic that actually goes on top. You know, to make sure that some of the things don't fall out. I like the inserts that have that stuff, where it has a little acrylic lids that you just cover up everything, and then you can store it on its side. I think that's cool. So yeah, I'll still peel all this stuff off. But yeah, I don't know. Should we switch and just do the Cthulhu one then? Because like I don't know if I should even put this together. I can still put it together and just with like one lid on, but not two. And you guys can get an idea. And we could try the Gorilla Glue thing for fun. Because again, that part broken is not going to stop it from being able to store cards. So I'm not too worried. It's just where the lid attaches on. And it's not like I'm taking these card boxes and flipping them upside down or anything, so. Yeah. All right, so we'll just stop on these, and we can just leave that. But I have like 6 more to do. But yeah, there, we'll just throw this aside, and we'll grab some Gorilla Glue in a sec. Oh, look at that lid though. Look at that. Like, that's awesome. I love the art, the wrap. Look at that. Look at that. That's so cool. I didn't even notice in the pictures that it has like that cool gray design around it. I just noticed the dragon. That is cool. That is cool. Where is it? Oh yeah, you can tell. You can tell if you're like zoom in on the picture. But that's cool. Yeah, I mean, that looks nice. Frig. Yeah, that is pretty. I agree. That is freaking pretty. All right, let's get this stuff out of here. Let's get this out of here. All right, let's throw it together. And we should be able to, it usually just snaps together, but since this uses like screws and stuff, you should be able to take it apart after. I don't know. Let's do the other one. Let's do the other one. We'll leave this for now. I'll just throw it off to the side, but you guys can see, you know, it's a box that stores cards. You get the idea. But we'll put the other one together. Hopefully that one's not busted. Hopefully it didn't. I assume during shipping, you know, that whoever was shipping it kind of put pressure on one side of the box, and it kind of like maybe put too much pressure and popped off that part. Hopefully it didn't hit all of the things that were in the box. The Lost Runes Arnak insert was fine, but hopefully it didn't damage the Cthulhu one also. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Oops. We'll package the same way. See if we can see. Yeah, see, I see why maybe that broke off. If we just kind of look at where it's packaged, if I take off the wrap here, you can see that that part sticks out from the rest of the wood. So it's like the corner. So if during shipping, if like, you know, they drop the box and it slams on the corner, it's gonna hit that sticking out. So maybe that's something they need to look into, is if that's like a weak point, kind of like put those facing inward or something. But that makes sense now why one of those broke off. I don't see that on the other corners though. It's just that one. Oh no, there's one over here too. Yeah, there's one over here too. Yeah, it kind of like sticks out. You can see it kind of sticking out there, that part. Yeah, that's too bad. At least those ones look intact. Yeah, see, I can move it and stuff, like you can tell. So if it's like, it puts pressure on that corner, it's gonna snap it. That's maybe what happened. That's maybe what happened. Where do we want to go? Let's go like this. Be gentle. That's the bottom. See the lid. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's so cool. All right, let's throw those off the side gently. I want to scratch the art. Look at that. So cool. So yeah, that piece is fine. But yeah, you can see if those corners, hopefully that doesn't happen too often. But yeah, we're good for the Cthulhu one. We're good for the Cthulhu one. We can build this one for sure. I'll talk to e-Raptor after and see, you know, if they'll just send me like the replacement side that's missing, or if they have to manufacture a whole other one. I don't know how the process works. Like if that's all off the same sheet, like, you know, I'll just maybe try to glue that one, and, you know, we'll see. So more tools. Okay. Too bad. It was a risk. I thought, oh, this one didn't have instructions either, right? Did it? Nope. Oh. So one was missing instructions, and the other one's got a broken corner on it. That's okay. The instructions are only one page, and they're on their website. So I've had one time before an insert was missing the instructions, but they're always on the website. You can download them. They're a PDF there, so it's like not a big deal. Everyone has a phone that they can just like open them up on or whatever. But yeah. Drew says instructions are for the week. Yes. Whoops. Now the camera's going crazy. We got to put something in front of it. All right. So let's try to build this. And at least the instructions are the same for both. So as long, you know, I have one, I don't care. But we could have just brought it up on the screen too. Okay. Let's try to figure this out. And we'll get ready to... Oh, so the I didn't even notice. The actual column dividers are different than the black box I have. Here, let me show you the existing one. So here's the black storage box I have, the bigger black box or whatever it's called, which is still rocking. Nothing wrong with it. I've been using it for months, still holding up. But it has like a big lid on it. I'm storing cards in here, Arkham. I have Marvel sleeve stuff here. Then I have the current Arkham Horror stuff we're playing through and with right now here. But I have a bunch of other Arkham stuff stored elsewhere. But this has acrylic for the rows and columns and dividers and all that stuff. Is all plastic, like all acrylic in there. But this one uses wood. And then it's acrylic, obviously, for the dividers that go in the middle of the rows. And it looks like some of it's thinner than others. So these are the two that probably go on the outside, the thicker ones. Did I put? So sorry, I need this. this. Okay, so I have 3 thicker ones. Oh, the thinner ones are for the side wall because the side wall also has an additional piece of wood. So they just have these thin ones here just to put the dividers in on the outside of it. So these are the 3 that go in the middle. So let's see if we can do such things. Let's go like this. So they always, all e-Raptor stuff's the same. It just like literally just fits like a puzzle. Like it's literally I'm building a puzzle is what it feels like. One of those 3D puzzles. Everything just kind of has a place and fits. And usually when you're putting the wrong piece in, it usually doesn't fit. And you're kind of like, wait, this doesn't line up or something. So, and you can always just lift it right out usually. And even the ones that snap together, you can usually pinch them underneath and just pull them back out. So you could just pinch below and then pull it out. But in this case, they're just slotted in. They're going to be held in by the outside, which is pretty neat. All right, so that's step 2 is these. Step 3 is the lid. Step 4 is the sides. But you got to kind of do that together. So let's do it that this is going like this side. And let's see if we can kind of do it like this. It's going to be interesting. Then we need, I don't think it matters like which side. Oh, I see there's going to be holes for screws on there. Holes for screws down there. That's kind of close to the edge actually. Hopefully that doesn't cause a problem. Yeah, it's not a lot of wood there at the edge. But okay. Oh, there's a screwing example. So here's the problem. Nowhere on these instructions, I don't see they tell you where to put the screws. Do they? Not really, right? I think maybe that's what these dotted lines are trying to show. That this is where screws go, kind of. Or I guess this is just showing you... Whoa. Gotta be careful. Almost slid off the table. I have that on. Table's not straight. It's, yeah, anyway. Okay. So yeah, do I screw, you know, it together while I'm putting this on the side? Probably. Probably. But again, the instructions don't say that. Just assuming you're going to put the screws on properly. I see what they're doing. I see what they're doing. Okay, so what they have is, does anyone know what these are called? These like, kind of like, they're nuts, but they're like, they have the end on them, right? The little hat. I don't know what those are called. Just need a torque wrench. Yeah, the nubs go in here. So there's these little spots. I wasn't even looking at this, but the little nubs or the little nuts or whatever, they kind of sit in there. So even when I have it on the table assembling it, they sit in perfectly. It's kind of smart. And I think that's what this example is trying to show. But I mean, I'm not getting that from that. I don't know what is happening there. It's kind of showing that the little nut is in there, but anyways, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I wonder if they have an assembly video for this stuff. I never really look, but you know, that seems like something, you know, any company that needs to assemble something, just make a quick and dirty video. Grommets, is that what they are? Grommets? Acorn nuts? This is Mutton Shop. Hey, Mutton Shop, how's it going? Let's see here. What were we doing? We were putting on the side. So let's try, and we'll put this out of the way for now. We're going to try just to put a screw in. See if we can do this. I guess you can line up the wood first. See if we can get the... Oh, I see. That's nice and snug. Okay, that holds on the side, actually. I thought the side would just fall off. But the wood, where the rows or whatever, these are column dividers, row dividers, whatever, they fit in snug, like solid. So it's like holding the side on you know, while you try to put the screw in. But again, it's like a hole, so you can't really lift it up, or else the little grommet or whatever, Allen screws. Who knows what Canada calls them? Says Yogi. Yeah, they kind of fall out. See if we can get it. Oh man. So I don't know what I would do if I was filming this as a video. I would kind of like mess around with it for a bit, edit that part out, figure out what the hell to do. But then I would bitch about it in the video, I'm sure, saying that, man, this was not clear. And I know from making instructions at previous jobs, like, or tutorials or anything like that, you have to assume the person doesn't know like anything and they're not the brightest. So you have to make it like kind of foolproof. And this, I don't think it is, because I'm a fool and it's fooling me. I think I got that in there. The other one kind of stayed, and we haven't put a screw in there yet. But the problem is, okay, so you got to keep it down until you get the screw in there to hold the nut in that little hole. But then you have an Allen key, and everyone knows Allen keys are super annoying half the time, because when you're trying to turn them, you can't, you know, wrap them all the way around. They bang into the table, so I got to lift this up. But as I lift it up, the little nut's going to fall out the bottom. So I got to try to like get it to hook in there. Kind of awkward. Oh, and the nut's turning, so that's not a good thing either. So you got to kind of do like a two-handed little, hold the bottom up with a few fingers, hold the nut still with one, and spin an Allen key around. It's not the, yeah, see, it's not even getting in there. Yeah. Again, I might not be doing this the greatest way. The table edge is the way to do it, for sure. I'm on a board game table, so the table edge is like lifted. Use my third arm here. I'm going to do it off camera. Trying to do it on camera is really what's making it hard, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, on a table edge is the way to do it. If it was on a flat table, this would work. Here, you can stare at some Cthulhu art while we wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's much easier. Much easier on the edge of a table, for sure. Geniuses. I definitely would have done that if it was like on a flat table. I just wasn't sure with the board game table with the little like rail or whatever. Yeah, you just got to kind of get your finger in there. You got to kind of get your finger in there and hold the nut still, or else it just spins. I don't know how tight you want to go either, but there we go. All right, that side is on. There you go. That's what the little screws look like on the side. Be cooler if they were like black, but that's okay. Not a problem. All right, so here's gonna be the tricky part, right? Where we gotta have the lid. The lid has to be on both sides. And where's the other side? So we gotta kind of do a little. Okay, whoop. Keep that open for a sec. Oh, do I have that on the right side? Nope. Well, I can. I just gotta do it this way, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's just put this on. There we go. All right. Oh, nice. It just like stops open. I like that already. I like that already. I'll show you a flaw that I have with the bigger box that kind of annoys me. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I'll show you guys in a sec that I think this one fixes. Man. I get that little nut to... Again, would be much easier not on camera. You put the nut in and it goes in kind of weird. Just not too tight where you crack the wood. Exactly, yeah. I heard it when I was tightening one of the other ones. I heard like a little bit of pressure and I realized like, whoa, back off. Because it's just really to hold it in place. It kind of is held in place by the wood right now, even without a screw in. It's just kind of to keep it in place. But the way these are constructed, the wood usually interlocks, so it's it kind of makes like a solid structure, and the wood and the clips usually just kind of hold it together. But trying with my big hands to get this little nut in here the right way is frustrating. I'm going to try to go from the bottom. Man. It's like stuck in there the wrong way. There we go. Let's see if we can put it in from the bottom. Oh yeah, way easier to do it from the bottom. Pro tip, learn from my mistakes. So put it in from the bottom, not from the top. It's much harder on the second side. There you go. Yeah, nice and easy. Oh, yeah. Just don't know if the nut's spinning in there now. Oh, I feel it tightening. There we go. Okay, let's try to do the other one. We'll do it from the bottom this time. Again, no rush. I'm not rushing this. It's like a one-time thing, kind of. Well, 2 times in this case, but, you know. I guess if you ordered a bunch of these, then yeah. You're going to get really good at doing this. Like, I assume this is all good to tighten this stuff, like put these screws in at this step. That's the other thing. I'm just assuming this is when you put those screws on. All right, so we did everything in this bottom part, including this, putting on the second lid. So now we're moving on to number 5, which is putting in those thinner little holders that hold the dividers. So those just kind of go in the side here. They have a place. Whoops. That was loud. But yeah, they just kind of like hook. There's like an indent here. Let me close that one. Yeah, it kind of just holds it in. They kind of lock in there. We're going to do one side over here. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. Little e-Raptor logo. Oh yeah, that holds on nice too. All right, so how, oh, I see. So they did it from the side on this one. So you're going to be able to see that little, nut. You can actually see the process here. The fun of doing this live, man. It's like you guys get to see me fumbling and trying to figure it out, making noises, dropping things, freaking out, possibly breaking it. But you'll know when it's my fault. You'll see. Yeah, obviously don't try to do this on film or on stream, and you can kind of put it in better positions, and you know, I'm trying to make sure you guys can see as much as possible. I guess I have to do the same thing on camera, but yeah, see, these ones are kind of holding it, or are they not? Not even in there. Like this one's not. Yeah, this one's not really catching. Hope it's not too far apart. Kind of put a little bit of pressure on it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I just had to put a little pressure so that the thread caught in it there. But it was a little far apart, but then once I caught it, it's now pulling the wood like in more, which is good. This side's fine. Yeah, this side was okay. Just a little bit far apart. So then now we can also put in the bottoms. This might just be a little weird. I'll put it in like that. Carefully. Velko in the chat says, I haven't seen Rob this concentrated since the Sword and Sorcery final boss fight. Yeah, I didn't want to lose that one. Oh, that one went in nice. That one was nice. That one was nice. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of it now, I think. I've made it to the top of the learning curve of how to put a screw through some wood and into a little nut on the other side. Complicated stuff. Oh, man. Okay, get in there. So this one, again, is not catching. I wish I had. Actually, probably use a knife. I would use like another screwdriver to kind of lift the nut up so it kind of catches. Because I don't want to put too much pressure on the wood with the screw. Because I know it's just the nut's not like lined up. So you got to kind of like... Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, see, the nut's not catching. Is that because... No, the wood's touching. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know if it's because the hole's like a different size, but this nut's not catching with the screw in there. So I'm trying to like push it up as I twist. Oh, there it goes. I think we... No, we didn't. Lame. Come on. Yeah, maybe these needed like slightly longer screws. I think they're all the same. Yeah, they're all the same. Serenity now. Serenity now. Yep, that's annoying. Like I can see it's not. Assembly is easier than some of the others I've seen, says Drew. Screws, nuts provide the rigidity, I'm assuming, so no glue needed. Yeah, that's what I'm getting too. I wouldn't trust glue if I were to like put glue all on this, because like glue can dry and then easily with vibration can crack, you know? So if like you drop this, not like drop it hard, but even just like constantly opening it and, you know, moving it around from shelf to shelf and like a move from house to house even, bouncing around in a car or truck, you know, sometimes enough to just like put enough pressure with the wood to break glue. I mean, even if this screw doesn't go in, I wonder if I put it like this. Nope, see, it just fell right out. I wonder if I put it like this. Use gravity maybe. Yeah, I just think the screw's maybe not long enough. I don't know. But this one attached in, and it looks like the wood is the same thickness. I don't know. Or maybe it's that... I'm going to try a different nut, actually. But I'm not giving up. Oh, did I do it? No. Yeah, that's driving me nuts. Yeah, Matthias, you're exactly what I just said. You're on it. You're so correct. Yeah, I'm gonna try. So not this nut. I tried switching the screw. I thought that would be good enough. Yeah, let's try a different nut. Might just be that. Maybe it's like the threading, right? See if we can. Yeah, like you can see it. Here, let's do a. Get right in there. You can see my frustration. Call the refrigerator mechanic. Yeah, do you see? Oh, it did it. Man, as soon as I zoom the camera in, that's all you need to do. So if you just take a camera, mount it up, and zoom it in, then the screw will catch the nut. No, it's probably switching the nut is what did it, but yeah, it just caught it. That's crazy. As soon as I zoomed in, it started catching it. Perfect. Yeah, it's already tight. It was tight after like one turn, like a quarter of a turn. Easy. That's all you got to do. It's easy. So we can put this side in. Let's go here. Easy. So I'm going to do this one upside down, actually, if it lets me get away with it, by the nuts not falling through. Let's see if we can. Might be because this is the Cthulhu one. Oh, now see, this nut's not fitting in. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, that one went in tight. That's good. It's good if it gets in there kind of tight.
What? Before you keep going?
Oh, what did I do? I put something in wrong? What just happened?
Is it try to put one of the
Oh, I see. I see what I did. I see what I did.
Just before you keep going and then you realize that like...
Yeah, I see what I did.
Okay.
These are all correct. Yeah, thank you someone in the chat. Mel saw it. This part on the side isn't in the right way.
Okay. Just before you keep going.
Yeah, thank you. I would have noticed that, and it's not the first time I messed up something like that. Yeah, see the way I put in the other one wrong too? But we're at the stage where it's easy to fix, no problem. Yeah, see those screws definitely weren't in there. So here, let me just see. So we fixed that one, we gotta fix the one on the other side. Get in there. Yeah, the problem is I didn't attach the sides on. Okay. There we go. Okay, this one. Thank you, whoever said that. I missed that comment, I'm sorry. It's switched. Okay, that one's there. Okay, let's put these on while we're here. Yeah, I'm more worried about the screws going in, not whether I lined up the inside properly. I would have noticed when I looked inside, though. It would have been hilarious. Oh, Panilla, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, my wife is Mel in the chat. She caught you saying that. I totally missed. I can't read all the chat. I look up and it's like all moved off the screen. I only see so much. I think we'll only put together one in the stream. It's a good thing we had two, because it would have been sad if the first one was just broken and we couldn't put that together on the stream and then just had to cancel the stream. So it's good that we have one that works, but I think we'll just put this one together and you get the idea. And we can kind of look at the art on the other one, and that's the only difference is the art. Did I put all the screws in? So we need to take apart. Yeah, see? This one's not lined up. You see what I did? So we'll take off that side, and then, which is easy. This is the problem. This is why I was thinking we can build the Hellgate one. And even if I get a replacement side, I could just take it apart and put it back on. It's just screws. Yes, it's a little annoying with my big hands trying to put these things together, but I would have noticed as soon as I went to put the dividers in, been like, wait a second. And I put both sides in wrong. Oh man, this is great. Please don't let this reflect the product. Oh, Panilla is here from Portugal. Portugal. Hello, hello. We're streaming here from Canada. Welcome, welcome. I'll remember you every time I go to move the dividers around and they work. When I'm grabbing Cthulhu, I'm adding Cthulhu cards to the collection. Or adding Arkham Horror cards to the collection, sorry. I'll remember that you helped me make sure that that wasn't in incorrectly. Special dividers. Yeah, we need special Rob dividers that go in like 2 different ways. Woo! All right, let's get this going. Let's see, see how easy I'm just like literally loosen the screws, pull them out, boom. Let's see, now we should be able to just pull this off. No problem. Take this out, flip it around, make sure it actually lines up and I can see, yeah, it's so obvious. Like, I just didn't need to look in. The problem is I wasn't looking in and you kind of can see they line up or they don't. So I wasn't looking, I wasn't looking at the screen, I'm looking at this, right? But that's helpful. Oh man. Again, it's like Lego. You just kind of like, oh, you mess it up, take it apart, put it back together the right way. No big deal. No big deal. That's the cool part without the glue. If this involved glue, I would be in trouble. I would be in trouble. I'd already be trying to pull it apart, and yeah, that would be sad if I put it together wrong with glue. So thanks, e-Raptor, for not using glue. Because yeah, I'd be sad, very sad. Okay, let's see if we can. Oh, see, that one worked nice. Perfect. That one was easy. Yeah, I think it's maybe just like, I gotta just line them up right from the start, get it in there. Jimbo, I'm in like Southern Ontario, like an hour and a half, like west of Toronto. But with traffic, like 6 hours west of Toronto. uh, Although with COVID, traffic's not really like a problem. Everyone working from home kind of lightens up the road. All the schools being remote is definitely lightened up the traffic. But man, when I used to drive through Toronto for work, like 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back. Yeah, that was not fun. Not fun times. Okay, this one. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Not worried about the lids either when they bang like that. Because my other one is like I've done that before with it many times, and it's definitely held up. It's definitely like a very solid wood. Like it's not solid wood truly. Like it's not one piece of wood. It's still that MDF stuff. But I know from using MDF to build like speaker boxes back in the day for cars and stuff, that stuff you can like beat the crap out of it and it stays pretty solid. Unless you smash a package on the side at a weak point and it can break it, but as we've seen. Oh, that's cool. All right, let's throw some of these dividers in here. Boom, nice little clear dividers too, so you can totally see through them. So you know what cards are in that section, which is really cool. I like the clear dividers. I think it's really neat. And then they have that little thin one, and you can definitely use the same like little notch all the way across. Like it doesn't get in the way of the other dividers. Like you don't have to put them offset because that slot's taken, which is cool. It's like so basic, so simple, but it's so nice. I don't know. It's definitely premium. It's definitely like a premium way to store cards. Like I said, I always store my cards in cardboard boxes, and it's nice, but those things wear down over time. So I just keep buying new card boxes and transferring the cards and stuff. As I play some of these games for like 5+ years, you like those white shoebox kind of card holders, they wear down over time. But it's like you just keep buying new ones. They're cheap, right? But this is like, you buy this and you're set. But again, it's like, what's more cost effective? Like, I don't know how those card boxes, depending on how many cards they store. So I don't know what the equivalent one of this, but you can kind of price that out, right? And if you take care of them, it's fine. But I would end up taking those to like tournaments and driving them in the car, and you know, we pull them out and build decks and hotel rooms and stuff, and taking them to conventions and things. And those white boxes, they get beat up real quick. They're not very solid. But this, I wouldn't be too worried. But yeah, okay. So I just want to show you guys something. So an issue, very minor nitpick. So with the big storage box, so again, for those that have joined late, this is the big box case. So there's, if you look in the card storage section on e-Raptor, link down in the video description, you'll see there's these big boxes that hold 5,000 cards, and then these other ones hold 1,400 sleeve cards. These are a smaller box. And you can see here, so I'm putting that in the top corner, it's, you know, 3-ish inches. Nope, 2.5 inches smaller on 2 inches smaller on this side. So 13 inches by 13. So these are 13 by 13 for those who, you know, measure stuff in inches, who don't use the metric system. Losers. Just kidding. But yeah, so that's what you need to know. So 13 by 13. So I don't know if that helps you for a Kallax. I don't think that fits in a Kallax. Oh, it does. It does. It does if you put it this way. So if it goes into the Kallax where the lid is sideways, it definitely fits in a Kallax for sure. I don't know how many stacked on top of each other. 4.5 inches high. 4.5 inches high. So let me measure the Kallax cube here. A Kallax is like 13 point something, right? So 4.5, you can fit like 2 of them. 9. Yeah, I don't think you can get 3 in there. I don't think you can get 3 in a Kallax shelf, but I don't have 3 to test for sure. But I feel that even because it's a little taller, like I just measured from here to here, but there's also this little spot that comes up on top. So to be safe, I would say 2 of these can slide into a Kallax shelf. And yeah, the Kallax shelves are deep enough for sure that this would not hang out too far, I'm pretty sure. But that's your measurements. So 13 by 13, and then you know, length and width, and then the height. And that's, sorry, so here's the problem. I tried to fit it in the Kallax this way, and these little nubs coming out the side are too wide. They come out wider. I don't know if you can see that. They come out wider than the side of the box. Okay, so you can't put it in the Kallax like this way, but if you do it this way, it goes in no problem. Okay, so just so you know, don't try to ram it in there and, you know, the wrong way. But you should be able to fit 2 on top of each other. They are stackable. Man, I want to build that other one just so I can test the stacking, but I don't know if I should put it together. If like, you know, I mean, I just have to take off one side, right? But it's the first 2 sides that go on. I mean, we can try. Maybe just put. I put like a couple screws in and leave the others out. But anyways, let's talk about the issue. So the one issue with this big box, super nitpicky, but let me show you. Oh, is it not gonna focus? Let's see if we can focus. All right, so inside here, if you see, so keep an eye on the back. So this lid kind of comes out here. I don't know if we can show this. Actually, let me try this. Here we go. We're using crappy webcam. Crappy webcam is going to focus. Probably not. But if you see in the back here, if it'll do it, I don't know if it's going to do it. Yeah, it's not going to focus. You hunk of junk. All right, right here. I'll probably show it here. Oh man, I just bumped the camera. Okay. Yeah, so So right here, see in the back, see the way the lid kind of like covers some of the cards? And I was hoping I could show it with that camera. So like when it's fully open, to get at these cards, there's enough room to put your hand, but it's just like awkward. Like trying to get cards out of there sometimes is like a little awkward with the lid, and then you kind of have to like put it half closed and to grab your cards out. It's just weird. It's like very awkward. I'm always worried I'm going to grab the cards and kind of bend them. So I don't really use the back too much. I kind of leave those open usually. I just want to show you that, so I put some cards back there for today. But I kind of don't use that back little section. What I do is I store tokens back there. You know, I store little knickknacks. I just throw them back there. Things that I don't care that will, you know, come out. So you can still use it. It's still usable. So in theory, you still can store everything, no problem. It still holds as many cards as they say, but it's like, yeah, it's a little bit weird. But this solves that. This doesn't have that issue, and I thought so when I looked at the pictures. So this one just opens, and the lid is out of your way. So the lids don't come in and cover up, you know, some cards and make you have to like go underneath the lid to get at them, which I think is pretty cool. You could block it with some foam. Yeah, but then you're just losing storage space is what is the part that kind of bugs me. That's it. But you still can get in there. It still works. I do have bigger hands too, so that might be annoying also. But it's just weird, like when you want to kind of like, you know, look through your cards, you kind of have to stop when you get to the back, grab the lid, kind of pull the lid down, look underneath. Oh, there's that card, you know, grab it from the back. So I just use that to store tokens and things in those back rows where I can just reach in, grab those out in little baggies or whatever, and it's not an issue. But you can tell they thought of that. They probably had complaints that was a design flaw, and they could have fixed it by adding, by making the part that holds the lid be a little further back. But then you're in that risk situation of that's a weak point that these have, right? So the way this does it is the part where the lid hooks into comes out from the product, right? It comes out from the main dimensions, which this could be a weak point. That could be something that gets hit and banged and scratches on things. And this doesn't have that weak point, right? I mean, technically it does. It's above it, but if they just moved the lid back, that might have fixed it, and then they wouldn't have this back part on here to hold the lid up. But yeah, this could have been designed a little bit better to give you the full room inside without the lid getting in the way. But again, that's a super minor annoyance, just a tiny, tiny little issue I have that I noticed as I use it often. I was like, oh, this is a little awkward. But yeah, not a big deal, not a big deal. But they definitely thought of it with this. So we can transfer some cards. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm curious if the dividers from this fit in there. Yep, the dividers are compatible between both. So that's good if you own a big box already. And if you have some extra dividers, and you can order these on their website in packs of 10. So if you need more dividers, but so now I have dividers from this, dividers from the Hellgate one, plus dividers from the big storage box solution. So I can mix and match them as I need, more maybe with one game and less with another, which is kind of cool. So let's transfer some Arkham Horror stuff. So I got some neutral player cards. Oh, one thing I want to note, I wanted to test actually. These don't fit. So the collection of Arkham Horror stuff I got, my friend Shamar used these top loaders, these plastic top loaders, and on Board Game Geek you can find these like inserts to print off that'll divide it, but they don't fit in the big storage box. And I don't think they don't fit in here either. They're too wide. They're too wide, unfortunately. Yeah, they're too wide. So you can't use those. If this is how you divide up your Arkham Horror stuff, I don't use them because he doesn't have them for the full set. He just had them for like the 2 cycles he owned. But I thought they were a cool solution to divide up your sets. So you they don't fit in here. So if that's how you store your stuff, just keep that in mind. But I'm sure not a lot of people do that. So, but yeah. So let's just. Oh. Oh, is there an issue? I can't see. Bring this one in weird. Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine. I just wasn't lining it up, I don't think. Yeah. I mean, it's cards, and it stores them. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it feels right putting Arkham Horror cards in this Cthulhu box. Something feels right about it. I don't know. I don't know. Something feels right. And as I like how as I add cards to it, like when we put in the Path to Carcosa, when I had to add the Path to Carcosa player cards in for building those decks, it was so nice just to be able to like expand each section. You know, just make the section bigger, throw in your new cards. I like that a lot. And then you just kind of like move them around. I think it's very nice. But this is just how I store cards. I'm a simple guy. I don't really need more dividers than that. Like I just divide them by color. I do the same. Even like Game of Thrones, when that got like out of control, I still was storing things like that basic. Like I literally grabbed just everything of a faction, slam them in. I maybe had dividers for like characters, locations, and that kind of stuff for the card types, but yeah. So this is just 2 core sets, Path to Carcosa and Dunwich Legacy, and we have 2 decks that are built that aren't in here. And the weakness cards are not in there either, but yeah. So I don't know. That's that. That is that. I have the Gathering here from the Night of the Zealot, I guess. You know, you can kind of like start putting those in here. What's this one? Got some Curse of the Rougarou. Throw that in there. Let's grab a divider. You know, however you want to sort them. You know. Yeah. I don't know. What are you guys saying in the chat? Yogi's asking if the nubs inside... No, they're not going to hit the cards. No, no, no. They are lower. They're like in the wood. It's weird. Like you can see them, but they're like... the wood is as thick as those nuts, if not a bit thicker. So they kind of sit in the middle, and that's the problem. But the screw holds them down. Yeah, I feel like they're like basically on level. And maybe a corner could be sticking up, but I'm sure you can twist it. But this one, definitely not. Yeah, I don't think they're an issue. I don't think they're an issue. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, they're in the wood. Yeah, I'm just like rubbing a card over top. It's not getting caught. Like rubbing the cards. No, I think we're fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. And even back here, like, that one's kind of getting caught, but it's because I think the corner, like, the way the nut is kind of pointing up. But again, it's facing back, so, like, a card's not going to get stuck on it, because I'm, like, pushing a card back against it. But it's not like a card's going to get stuck. If that's what you're worried about. Where's that Allen key? I want to see if I can turn it and get it so it's, like, flush. Because that one has, like, the corner pointing up. No, it's not turning. I don't want to tighten it too hard. Or yeah, I could probably just get a screwdriver and kind of like press that down, like loosen it a bit and then just turn it or like hold it down. But yeah, that's just because the nut. That's so loud. It's because there's no cards in this side. No, that's still loud. Jonas says, not buying it if it's not on sale, not for sale. Not buying it if it's not for sale. Let's see. Kate says, me at Ron saying how he organizes. Rob, how. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Rob, how he organizes. I'm like, Ron, who's Ron? Yeah, I'm sorry. I organize Game of Thrones. Here's the thing, Kate. Like I've said before, I'm not a deck builder, and deck building I need to take as little time as possible because I want to be playing the game. So I love going to weekly game nights. I love going to friends' houses to play through gauntlets to prepare for tournaments. I love traveling to tournaments, all that. But when I build decks, I literally just grab the cards, grab all the Lannister cards, and remember I'm building decks for Mel, I'm building decks for myself, I'm building decks for friends sometimes. I just need to quickly be able to grab all the neutral cards, pull them out, maybe all the neutral locations, and just start rifling through it fast. Sometimes I would sort it alphabetically. If I was kind of bored while I was watching TV, I'd be kind of like sorting them as I put them back. But I found I tweaked decks and changed decks so often because the meta kept changing and packs kept coming out. I would get super frustrated how I'd organize everything alphabetically, that it would just get messed up so fast that I would just say screw it and literally just throw all the cards back in. I just divide them into piles when I'm disassembling a deck, and I would just put like characters, events, locations, whatever, and then just throw them back in to that colored section or whatever, and I wouldn't care because it's just like I need to be quick, and that's yes, putting a deck together, finding the cards takes a little bit longer. But if I was using pages, I see some people sort, like Alexander Hines, a friend of mine from my meta, he sorts everything in binders, had like, I'm pretty sure it was him, had all the factions by binders. And it's like, man, to sort all those cards in, and then when you get new cards that you have to put in, you have to like move all the cards out of a page and back. And it's like, I don't want to spend more time organizing my cards than I do playing with them. That's the way I look at it. That's my attitude. So I love this. I just open this up. I need a purple card. I need a mystic card. I just rip through here and I'm like, is that the one? And I try to keep all the pips at the back. So I don't, when I'm building a deck, especially the first time, I'm just looking through the front cards. Again, my collection is only Carcosa, Dunwich Legacy, and 2 core sets. It's not fully out of control yet. But I probably would start dividing them eventually by card type. So color, then type. And then all the ones with pips, the upgradable ones, would be at the back. That's what I would do. That's as far as I would go. So Kate, I know your stuff's fully organized. I know you have a digital system. You probably have some kind of filing cabinet system with like a machine, like a robot that goes in and like, sorts for the cards and brings them out and like, organizes it all for you. I picture you have like kind of like a warehouse storage kind of organization system with a computer system attached. I bet it involves a lot of work, but that's not me. I'm so sorry, that's not me. I'm sorry if it's triggering you. But yeah. Yeah, with RFID chips to tell you where the card... That's exactly, yep. She has like a third party come in and like, build all this stuff in her house, all this special organization system. Successful Geek says, I just tell Jarvis to build me a deck. I wish. Jarvis, go to ArkhamDB and build me, I can't even think of a name off the top of my head, a Stella deck. Go build me a Stella deck that uses these 3 cards. Thanks. Find me the most popular one that uses these 3 cards and build it for me. Thank you, Jarvis. Velco says we want e-Raptor to make a box with Rob on it. Yeah, they should do ones that have like custom logos that you can add onto them. Again, I don't know the process to that. I don't know how hard that is to just do kind of screen print anything. But man, that'd be a good business. Just get screen printing. Like, the only problem is the copyright issue, right? So people would start sending them like, I want the Arkham Horror FFG logo, the box art printed on it. That would be sick. But I don't think they're allowed to do that kind of stuff. They do have official Awakened Realms art and stuff, but they like worked with them on that. I don't think FFG would give them like the permission to put their stuff on there. But again, there is a plain brown one that just would come like, would just have like this plain wood. And you could print out something or glue something on. That's why I bought this black one, or not bought the black one. That's why I asked for the plain black one, sorry. Why I got the black one. That's what I should have said. Because I thought my plan is to take the lid of a box. So I was thinking of taking the Marvel Champions lid and or one of the core sets from Arkham Horror and cut the lid out. And I did this for Game of Thrones. I do this on my white storage boxes. I'll take, like, you know, you got to buy 2 core sets or whatever. I glue on or a side of the box or the lid of a box I was going to throw away. I'll glue it on top, or just double-sided tape and stick it on top. So that way it's super obvious. Or I put it on the side. But with this black one, since it's just generic, you know, you could stick the, you know, pretend this is the lid of the box. You could just use some sticky tack or whatever, blue tack or whatever, and just stick it on top, and then you know it's Arkham Horror. Or just print something out, and you can stick a page on, right? Yeah, that's what my plan was. But again, this might be to store Arkham Horror. I might be storing Arkham Horror stuff in here, and this stuff's definitely for Arkham Horror. Or sorry, Aeon's End in the black one, Arkham Horror in here. But this one might be for Aeon's End, depending on how big Marvel Champions gets, too. That's the other thing. Like, I want to store Marvel in one of these, too. But yeah. Yeah, it's just too bad. Too bad for the Hellgate one. But you guys can see, like, look at that. Like, that looks awesome, right? Am I right? Like I could store any game in there. I think that looks like amazing. That's why I asked for that one. But also there is, where is it? Sorry. There's also the other one I thought of, maybe, like, look at all these designs. There's like so many different ones that you might like better. Like, look at that one with the skull. That's cool. This is one I thought of storing Marvel Champions in. Kind of looks cool, right? I don't know. It's like kind of spacey. Like, this would be good for like a sci-fi, you know, game, a deck builder. You know, Star Wars CCG, Star Wars LCG or something. Would look cool in that, I think. What else we got? And this is the other big box I was looking at too. They had some different art ones, but this one looks cool too. Yeah, some nice ones, and it looks good in person too. Like, the pictures on the website don't really do it justice, for sure. Like, their UV printed stuff always looks better in person. Look at that one. It's like the Egyptian like hieroglyphs on the side. Like, that looks cool. Like, you can bury your cards in a pyramid. When you're done, when the game dies, you just put them in this, and it's like a tomb. And you just bury it in the bottom of a pyramid. You build a pyramid around it, right? I think that's what that's for. Kanja says, I wish they had some type of magnet to keep the lid from slamming shut and flipping open. Yeah, if you were to like put it on its side. Yeah, like even if I tilt it on its side, the lid's not opening. Like, the lid won't open until you fully put it, like you saw when I was building it, until I fully tipped it parallel or vertical, then the lid opens. So, like, I don't think you would want to put the box that way anyway, because cards are going to fall out, right? So you should never really be tilting this. It's, you know, keep it flat. You know, same way some board games, right? All the tokens inside don't, even with inserts, sometimes they're not meant to be stacked on the side, or else everything falls out. This is the same idea. So, and keeping it open, like, the lid stays open, it's on an angle. So the only thing is if you bump into it, which I keep doing because I'm a big klutz, right? I keep bumping into it and knocking it closed. But, you know, it stays open. Same with the other one. The other one stays like wide open. I don't think that's an issue, but I see what you mean. Like, it'd be so cool if, like, you open it and it was like clunk, you know, just like the magnet just caught it, and then, you know, but then again, when you're pulling it away from the magnet and then it slams because maybe that's not a safe thing to do, right? Because you'd be like pulling it off a magnet. The magnet would have to be fairly strong to hold it. So I don't know. That might be a messy thing. You know what maybe I want to do is just put some padding in here. Just a couple little, like, cut some furniture pads and just stick them to the edge here. Just so there's like a little, kind of like a door stop. That's the only thing I would do is like, I put some felt here, I think. So when I do close it, it just kind of like, lands softly. I don't have any of that stuff nearby, but I do have some. Dan says, Rob, is what we in the scientific community refer to as gravity. Is that what that is? Gravity. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure, Dan. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate it. Sorry, let me see. Cynthia had a hair appointment. Wait a second. You got a hair appointment? Man, I haven't got my hair cut at a place. Mel does my hair because we can't. Right now, all our hair salons and hairdressers, whatever they're called, are all closed. They're not allowed to be open right now. They're not an essential service. So the fact you got a hair appointment, wow, that's I remember what those were like. That's cool. So I guess that's okay to go there instead of watching my stream. Although YouTube does work on a phone, so I don't know, Cynthia. I don't think that's a good enough excuse for joining late. I'm sorry. Doesn't have a big enough set of cards together yet to realize the efficiency. No, Yogi, that's why I was saying for Game of Thrones LCG, first edition and second. Go look at how many cards were in those games. Yeah, the first edition had like, I don't even remember. I got into it and it was on like cycle 8. Arkham Horror is only on like cycle 5. So I call Fooey. I call Fooey on your thinking I don't know what handling a large card pool is like. I've lived through many LCGs growing so big they collapse on themselves and they die because the collection gets too big. I've been there for that. So I know. I do know. I do know. Let's see here. So yeah. But definitely, I think storing player cards in here should be good. Like, all the way, like, I have 2 cycles in here already. So 3 more cycles of player cards should still fit. Like, this should be good for player cards, right? This is not player cards. All the player cards for the first 2 cycles and the 2 core sets don't even fill more than like a row and a bit. So I still should be fine. And assuming Asmodee doesn't kill the game at some point, before another couple cycles, I still think it'll be fine. Let's see. Kate, I don't know if this would work for your storage solution, but because you have binders and stuff, this is like the anti-binder solution. But again, you could do binders with this, which I think is cool. So, like, you could store, a couple. So if I put, it depends how you sleeve and stuff too. Again, I'm not sleeving my stuff while we play through it. So once you start sleeving, that's a whole different story. That is, I forgot to mention. So if these cards were sleeved, these might probably fill 2 full rows. So this might not hold all the player cards. But if that's the case, I would just grow into another box. Like, I would just get another one of these boxes, or I would start using another one. And then just start storing a couple colors in here, a couple colors in that one, and kind of do it that way. Like, they're living card games. Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, they're all have the same problem. They just keep growing and growing and growing. So there's no perfect one box to hold everything. Like, I know people who've bought those art craft cases from Michael's or Hobby Lobby, or any craft store. Those wooden cases, they modify them to hold cards, but eventually they outgrow those and they have to buy another one, and they just keep growing into them. And yes, they're carrying 2 of them to to game night or whatever. That happens. But what I'm going to do is try to keep the cards I'm playing with and I'm using are going to be kept in here until I outgrow one. But yeah, that's my theory. That's my theory. But yeah, I do like how this is smaller, a little bit smaller than the bigger box, which is pretty huge. And this should fit in a Kalak shelf, which is nice. So yeah, any other questions? Any other questions from the chat? Yeah, I'm sorry about the slamming noise, guys. I'm so sorry if that was super loud. I'm sorry. It like caught me off guard every time it happens. I'm like not paying attention. I'm not used to this whole 2 lid thing. The other one, it's like the lid goes up and it stays up. Like I never accidentally bang it. It's like it definitely goes on like a more open position. Kate says, yeah, I own the entire first AGOT first edition plus many duplicate packs. It's too big for me to binder. Yeah, first edition, Kate, I know the problem. And again, I have 2 sets that have multiple packs within the sets. I could probably almost do a full 3rd set with how many packs that we bought multiple of. Because, no, I probably have, for first edition, because I bought a Buddy's collection when he got out of the game near the end, when the game was announced to end. I bought his whole collection off him. And I already was buying most things twice for Mel and I to play with. So I probably have close to 3 full sets of first edition. Plus, in each of those collections, there was duplicate pack purchasing was happening for sure. Like, I can only imagine how many core sets is in there. I think it's at least 9 plus core sets worth of cards from first edition. That was my first LCG. I was like obsessed. I love that game. Love that game. I went crazy. I remember driving to crazy cities like 2 hours away just to like hunt for packs. Yeah, it's crazy. Dan's day was made because he got the finger. Dan, I don't know what you're talking about. I just had an itchy face. I don't know what you're talking about. Yogi says, I think storing all the side scenarios and the current cycle that you don't have the return to of. How much pineapple can we fit in the box? I don't think we have any pineapple. Mel, do we have any pineapple? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. I can't tell you. That would be freaking hilarious, though, to go buy a whole bunch of canned pineapple slices. That would be an epic video. I don't know if that'd be good. I'm sure people would freak out if I just like opened this up and it started like dumping cans of pineapple inside. Or just something that's messy and wet. Like, I'd have to throw the box out after, but it would make a funny YouTube video for sure. People would freak out. No pineapple? Okay. Velco, no, I've not tried Arkham Horror 3rd Edition. No, I haven't even tried Arkham Horror 1st or 2nd Edition. Never played an Arkham Horror board game. I know it's blasphemy. I do want to get Arkham Horror 3rd Edition, though. I do want to get that one and play it. I wanted to get it when it released, but then all the like buzz at the convention, we watched a demo of it, and we talked to some people after they played it, and they were kind of like, I don't know why they made a 3rd edition. 2nd edition was fine. The 3rd edition, they kind of made some changes that they didn't really like. But, you know, they have been releasing expansions for it, and I think it sells pretty decently. But I just heard that it was very, like, not very great. At least the base game. I don't know if the expansions have fixed things, but the base game, it just seemed like the buzz on Arkham Horror 3rd Edition was not there. So it kind of made me go, eh. But now I'm liking these Cthulhu themed games and stuff, so I have no problem going back and getting Arkham Horror 3rd Edition. Not an issue at all. Let's see here. So Cynthia is in the UK and says these boxes are about 57 euros, including shipping, and says she's content with the box we have. Cynthia, check on the website. I was saying earlier in the stream, obviously you came late, but if you go on the website, there's a way you can save on shipping usually. Let's see if I can get it. So if you go down to the bottom of the e-Raptor website, this was a tip somebody gave me originally, and I didn't realize on one of my first e-Raptor videos. If you go to retailers, and there are other retailers that exist that aren't listed here, I know, that sell e-Raptor stuff, because Canada's not even listed. But if you go find, for example, USA has Noble Knight Games. So they have, they can get that product. They can order that product from them, and sometimes they stock it. So I don't know Wayland Games or Zatu. I know Zatu Games. I've ordered from them before in the UK. But yeah, these guys, you can, if they have like, free shipping on orders over, so many pounds or whatever, you might be able to order some of this stuff and email them and say, I want to get this e-Raptor product, and they'll order it from e-Raptor, and you might be able to get it through them with like less shipping and stuff. Above 100 euros is free shipping in EU. Oh, on e-Raptor site? Or is that on one of these stores? €14. Again, shipment for EU. Yeah, they have all this stuff here. And then if you're in US or Canada, check with a retailer there. But that just went nowhere, so I don't know. But anyways, if you're interested, that's my tip to you. Oh, Successful Geek says Noble Knight is $150 for free shipping. So you might be able to go through them and get kind of like a discount on shipping that way. In UK, oh yeah, UK is not part of the EU. I'm sorry, yes, it's not. You're right, you're right, you're right. I know this. I know this Brexit stuff. I'm sorry. Yeah, Wayland Games and Zatu Games are in the UK what you check. They might not have the product on their website either, but I'm sure if they already stock stuff from them, just like any other any board game store can order as long as they have an agreement with a distributor or a specific publisher, they can usually get product from them. You just have to ask them to order it because the store is only so big, so they can't keep everything fully in stock all the time. It's not like a Walmart, They don't have a giant warehouse space on the back of the store usually. So yeah, that's our live stream. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to talk about here related to these. We're gonna keep it kind of on topic. Keep it as on topic as we can. Jacob says make that a Patreon goal to just like dump a bunch of stuff in the box. I'm assuming is what you're referring to. Let's see how much spaghetti these things can hold. Yay! Wayland/Zatu are the Walmart of games in the UK. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, there's a few stores like that here in North America too that are like, you walk in and you're like, whoa. Like half the store is a warehouse. It's crazy. There's a few like that here in Canada too. But most board game stores are just like little shops, They're just like little shops that can't keep everything in stock because they only have so much shelf space. All right. So this weekend coming up on the channel. Tomorrow we're playing Manchester Madness 2nd Edition. Mel's been pretty busy with work, so we didn't have time to learn another game to play on Saturday that we were going to play. But hopefully in an upcoming weekend we can play some of those games. But we've played we played Manchester Madness a bunch of times, so that's kind of an easy game for us to kind of just browse through the rules and get to the table. We'll get our butt kicks because we haven't played since last October. But we're going to try the Gangs of Arkham scenario, I think is the one we're going to play. So we're going to play that tomorrow, I believe, noon Eastern. We're going to be back with some Mansions Madness live stream tomorrow. Spoiler warning, that's already up on the channel. You can set a reminder for that stream. And then Sunday, we're back with our usual Arkham Horror LCG Path to Carcosa playthrough. We're on the 2nd scenario. So yeah, go to last week's episode. You can help recommend where to spend XP or not spend XP to help upgrade our decks as we play through. I see some of that mentioned in the chat here. So yeah, get your votes in before Sunday morning at, I'd say around 9:30 Eastern is when yeah, 9:30 Eastern. We're starting at 11 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. So 9:30 a.m. Eastern, I'm going to start looking at the YouTube comments, figuring out who the winners are, and then we'll upgrade our decks before the stream. Unless there's like a super close tie, then we'll do a poll at the start of the stream or something, and decide how to spend the experience or whatever. But yeah, Successful Geek says these card boxes do look amazing. They are so premium. They're so nice. Like they look very good. I'm very impressed. I don't know what else to say. Like these are different, right? Like it's a board game insert. I can, you know, they're a little more intricate to put together. I can complain or tell you how easy it is to put together. I can tell you how well it stores the components, if it fits everything, if an expansion can fit in there, if it can be put on its side, if it helps with setup and teardown, that kind of stuff. This, it's just a more rigid, more solid, more premium storage solution for your cards, right? It's not made out of cardboard. You know, you could splash some water on this thing. It's still probably fine. Maybe not, I don't know, on the inside or anything. But, you know, not that you would, I hope you wouldn't have water around your cards. But, you know, if you had one of those cardboard boxes, those white cardboard boxes I use, that's my fear, is somebody accidentally, like, you know, I keep drinks away from it, but there's that possibility, you know, someone spills a drink or, you know, something spills in transportation, that all your cards inside would be ruined, for sure. In this case, I don't think the cards would be ruined, just maybe the outside of the box would get a little wet. But it's just sturdy. It's just more sturdy. This will protect your cards, and it looks damn nice with your cards in it. So I would not be embarrassed going to game night and slapping this down on the table and, you know, grabbing my decks out of it and my cards, and as we tweak decks as we play, you know, everyone would be like, ooh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. So yeah, this is definitely cool. And it's definitely being smaller. It's like more portable. It's like carrying a couple binders is what I would equate it to. A couple binders worth of cards. It's like carrying that. That's what I would say. It's like that. Successful Geek says, why more of this type of thing doesn't exist for other companies? I don't know. I know that can't be talked about really because of sponsored stream. This is not a sponsored stream. For anyone who joined late, I just did this because I wanted to do something different. I was kind of bored. I did another e-Raptor video yesterday and edited it and everything, and I thought, I already did one for a card storage solution. It was very awkward trying to like talk about it. I didn't know. I thought, let's build this together. Let's have some fun. Let's just, you know, experience it, show you the build process live. You can ask questions. We can kind of like, you know, critique it live and, you know, put it together. It's just an experiment. This is all me. I did not get paid to make this video. I was just sent these things for free. I do not care if I say something that makes them mad. They don't want to send me any more stuff. I have storage solutions for everything. I can easily go back to storing cards in cardboard boxes. I would not be upset. So just keep that in mind. And everything I'm saying is like full out honest, just like every other thing I say about anything in this hobby. I'm trying to provide constructive criticism even when I talk bad about a product. I'm trying to critique it, trying to hopefully make sure those companies improve going forward. And I'm just coming from my point of view, which hopefully is different than others. So yeah, this is not sponsored. I just thought instead of today filming this and editing it and kind of just doing the same old, you know, formula and pumping out a video next week for this, I figured let's have some fun. Let's like put these together live and just, you know, just talk about it. I don't know, just an experiment. I don't know if I'll do this going forward with these e-Raptor things, because it would be sad if I only had one card box and I opened it and it was broken. That would be the most sad stream ever. But at least we had two. So that one little broken corner, I'll get that. I'll try to get that fixed or get a new one, and then, you know, I'll just put it together, and you guys will see that in, you know, a future stream when I'm pulling the cards out of it. If we're ever building cards or building decks on stream or something, or if I put Aeon's End in there and we're pulling out some cards during a campaign of Aeon's End, you guys will see that. So yeah, just experiment. This is just my own thoughts. I'm not trying to sell you these things. Don't get me wrong. They just send them to me, and as part of that agreement, it's like I'll make a video or something. You know, they're not telling me what I have to do with them. They're not saying you have to make videos. They're not saying, you know, anything like that. Do it this way, show this, don't show that, none of that. They're literally like, hey, are you interested in any of these products? They show me a bunch of products. Sometimes I say, I don't want that. I don't like that. I don't own that game. I don't need this. I don't need that. You know, no thank you. But sometimes I see some cool things like these boxes, which I think are awesome. And I want to show you guys awesome stuff on the channel. That's usually what I try to do. So I try to play cool games that I have fun and I'm interested in. And maybe if you have a similar taste to me, or maybe you're not, you know, don't know about certain things, I can show you them. And that's what these are. These are like, man, it's hard to explain, but it feels good putting my cards in, like, I don't know. It's similar to, like, you know, you're driving around a Honda Civic, you know, your beater college car or whatever, and then eventually, like, you can afford like a new car. That's what this kind of feels like, you know? It's like you're still just storing your cards. You're still just driving to work or school. It's still the same thing, but it's just you're doing it in kind of a nicer way. It's just that premium kind of feeling that, like, you know, I don't know how to describe it, but that's just how I feel about these. They are just like, it might be a little overkill. Like, if you really look at it, you know, a car is a car. It's just for point A to point B. A storage solution is just a place to store some paper cards. You know, you can use binders, you can use boxes, you can use the boxes the games came in if you really want to. You can put them in baggies, whatever. But yeah, this is just like if you want to treat yourself and you want it to, like, look nice on a shelf or feel like that quality feeling that your cards are in something nice. That's what this is for. This is not a necessity. This is a, what do you call it? Yeah, I don't know. that's yeah. It's definitely bling. It's definitely bling for your games. And I thought the same thing about board game inserts. I was like, those are silly. What do you need them for? I can put things in baggies. But then once I started playing more and more games, setting up for streams and stuff, it started getting really annoying opening up a box and having to dump out like 15 different baggies into containers to play the game. And then trying to put it all away. Super annoying. So once I started using board game inserts, I realized why people pay the extra to organize a game nice. Yeah, needs versus wants. This is definitely a want. But yeah, the board game insert idea kind of like, it's a gray area. It's like, it's not really a need, but it's not really a want. Like, if you want to save time, some of those inserts really can save you time. And then is that worth the money you spend on the insert? So that's the argument there. So I don't know. But honestly, inserts, these boxes, all that stuff I thought was silly when I got into the hobby. I was like, why would I spend that money on that kind of stuff when I could just spend it on the games and play more games? And then all of a sudden I started buying Kalak shelves and, you know, better storage solutions and inserts and all this stuff. And it's like, card sleeves. Originally I was like, why would you ever sleeve cards? Who cares? And now I'm like buying Dragon Shield premium sleeves to like sleeve card games and stuff. So it's, I don't know. You don't need that stuff. Man, it's nice. It's definitely nice. Cynthia says, this is my hobby. I keep it on display in my front room. I like them to look premium. Agreed. I love, like, all the way the board games, if you stack them nice and display them nice, all that artwork that was paid for and the effort from those artists and the graphic designers to make some of those game boxes like look appealing on a shelf, so you want to grab it, buy it, and take it home. Like, man, you put those on your shelf properly, and like that stuff can look so beautiful. I don't know, that's just me, but that's an addiction in the hobby too. I know, is like displaying all the beautiful art on the board game boxes. Looks really nice. Jules says the designs are beautiful. Yeah, I agree. The art is beautiful on these. The designs are nice. Yeah, it's definitely cool. I don't know. Velco, I did finish organizing the trove chest a bit more, but I still stopped at the enemy chips. I do not want to use those dividers. I do not want to put stickers on them. I don't care. I'm still going to just use my chip trays how I have them organized. I don't want to sort out baddie chips and try to put them all away when I'm done playing. Do not care to do that. I literally just want to put the trays back in the trove chest the way they were when I was done. And then when I have to set up for the next game, it's going to take a little longer as I find all the chips I need. But I just don't like spending that time when I clean up. That's just me. I'm just that way. When I'm done with a game, I want to like put it away quickly. I'll worry about setting it up, taking longer on setup. I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that. But that's personally me though. I know not everyone is like that. So I do appreciate they have those dividers and stickers in there. I think that's amazing. Yeah, Successful Geek says Go 7 is an insert manufacturer, I guess, in the US. There's other, obviously, if there's ones that are they're made different too, they'll cost different, right? If they're using different materials. Um, yeah. But yeah, it depends where you live too, right? e-Raptor might not be a good solution for you, but I think that's why they have retailers in different places to help offset that. But again, choose whatever. I'm not telling you need to buy e-Raptor stuff. Keep that in mind. I'm just showing you what it is. That's all. I don't make any money off any sales or anything like that, so I really don't care how you spend your money. I'm just showing you, giving you some info so that if you go on a website and you just see some pictures, now you have some video to match that. And you can see us picking at it and being honest about like, how annoying some of those little screws were to put in and stuff. So if that's a deal breaker for you, then at least you know. Yogi says, okay, I cancel my Mythic Battles Ragnarok pledge so I can buy more storage boxes. You're joking, right? uh... Kate says, oh my god, looks at the time. We have just spent 2 hours watching and chatting with Rob while he builds storage case. I know, it's weird. I wouldn't have done this if it didn't work for the Too Many Bones Trove chest. I did that stream as like a joke. I didn't think it would go very well. I thought I'd have maybe like 2 viewers, and one of them would be Mel. But then everyone was here, and there was people showing up, and we were chatting, and everyone was talking about their trove chests and how they store them, and I thought it was so fun. But if I was just building this quietly while I'm filming, and it's literally just crickets I hear, nothing else, and I'm just sitting there, trying to put the thing together, I don't know, selfishly, this is way more fun for me than trying to just build it quietly while I'm filming it, right? So I thought this would be fun, kind of like the trove chest idea, but not as long, because that trove chest was freaking on another level. So Dale has the issue that I have too. I don't know what the disease is called, but Dale, the casual gamer in the chat, has the way it was described when I was a kid. My parents said it was, they kept saying the term, you hear what you want to hear. I'm not sure exactly what that medical condition is, but Dale heard me say, hey Dale, buy e-Raptor. So yeah, he has that same condition that I have. Sometimes I hear that too, where things on the store shelf are saying buy me, and so, this other thing on my other shoulder is telling me not to buy it, like, my financial responsibility and stuff like that is saying don't back that Kickstarter, Rob. But then for some reason I hear it as like back that Kickstarter, Rob. Oh, selective hearing is what Mel says it's called. Okay, selective hearing. That's the official term of it. So Dale suffers from selective hearing and has heard me say buy e-Raptor, so he's now bought a bunch of e-Raptor stuff, I assume. And Brian says, that is why we watch. We like chatting, even with Rob. There's like that awkwardness of, I host the party at my house, and all you show up to the party, but you all just show up to hang out with each other, and I'm just like the guy who's like getting you your drinks. That's what's kind of going on here, right, Brian? I assume that's what this is. Cynthia says most husbands have that. Oh man. Oh, Velco, you did watch it. They watched it. Oh no. Oh man. With Mel, yeah. Oh. It says Cthulhu, dragons, and lab rats. Oh my. Yeah. Oh, I'm sad I couldn't put together the fire one, the Hellgate one, but I'll reach out to e-Raptor. And they'll probably, you know, they'll get me the part I need to fix it or whatever. I definitely want to try the Gorilla Glue thing, but I just don't want to try it on stream because I'm afraid I'll get Gorilla Glue on my board game table, and I don't need that to happen. So I'd rather do that, you know, maybe outside on some newspaper or something, you know, somewhere where if the Gorilla Glue gets messy, I don't wreck anything because I'm a klutz. So that's the real reason I don't want to attempt to put together the Hellgate one. Oh, but man, it looks so nice. I can see the dragon fire lid thing there. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. Anyways, but yeah, we're gonna be back for some live streaming tomorrow. You guys can come and hang out with me and Mel, and try to deal with some gangs in Arkham. Supposedly, how the story goes, it's the O'Banion gang and I forget the other gang name, are gonna go at each other. There's been some kind of murder, and I think their gangs are blaming it on each other. And you got to kind of investigate it to find out who really what happened, so that the gangs don't end up taking each other out. That's my understanding, just by reading in the app, the little first page. But we're going to try that tomorrow. I expect to lose horribly. And yes, and Jim, I expect to go insane, both in the game and myself physically, as I usually do with Arkham, or with Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition. But yeah, we'll definitely be playing that tomorrow, 12 Eastern, and then yeah, and I'll have the Lost Ruins of Arnak board game insert video I filmed yesterday, edited. It will be up on YouTube on Monday if you're curious about an e-Raptor insert for that. That video will be posted on Monday, so you can see that one. Anyways, I'm gonna get out here and enjoy the rest of your Friday, everybody. And thanks to those watching later. If you have any questions, you're watching this later, you weren't here for the live stream, drop them down in the comment section. I'll try to answer them if I know the answer. But hopefully with the measurements and that kind of stuff, hopefully we answered everything that makes sense. Or your best bet, probably, I should say, is go to e-Raptor's website and ask them, because it's their product. But I can try to answer best I can with what I have. But and no, I don't know how many cards actually fit in with no sleeves on them and stuff. So I'm not going to count cards. I will not answer that question. But anyways. But yeah, it's definitely an Arkham weekend. It's definitely going to be a weekend in Arkham, is the plan. So yeah, we'll be playing some Arkham LCG on Sunday. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. And thanks everyone who hung out with me live building a card storage box. Again, yeah, it is a Mortal Kombat box, Velco. It is Mortal Kombat. That's the vibe I get. Which that movie came out today or yesterday, right? The new Mortal Kombat movie. But anyways, oh, I forget what I was going to say. Man, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for watching this. Hopefully this answered all your questions for this card storage solution from e-Raptor. Oh, what I was going to say, if you want any more information on these or to check out any of the art prints or UV prints, there is a link down in the video description to check out e-Raptor's website, where you can see the big boxes, the little boxes, card holders, card dividers, card holders for on the table that we use on the streams. Those are from e-Raptor. I always get asked about those. You can check out all that. They come out with new products all the time. Just go check out the website. You can sign up for their newsletter. That's what I do. And yeah, you see all their new products there. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.